Three coins, three different decades. One from the 1930s, when World War II was about to tear the world apart. One from the 1980s, when an error inside a U.S. mint facility created a coin with words that appear twice when they should only appear once. And one from the 1990s, from a country that made a decision in 2013 that instantly turned every cent it ever struck into a collectible. All three of those coins are in circulation right now. And the oldest one, the one from the decade when everything was about to change, has been placed by leading numismatic experts in the category worth $500,000. Stay for all three. Welcome back. On this channel, we go deep on specific coins and the stories behind their extraordinary value. Subscribe and hit the bell. Three coins today, 3 decades, and one of them carries a story that begins not in a mint facility, but on a battlefield in Europe. Let us go. The 1939 Lincoln wheat penny, the oldest coin in today's video by over 40 years. And the one that carries a value story that makes everything we have covered today. The doubled dime. The discontinued Canadian cent seem modest by comparison. 39. The year Germany invaded Poland. The year World War II began. The year John Steinbeck published The Grapes of Wrath, and the world was still deep in the shadow of the Great Depression. Franklin Roosevelt was in the White House, and in mint facilities across the United States, small copper Lincoln wheat pennies were being struck every single day. Coins that workers counted as change, that children put in jars, that passed through millions of hands before slowly disappearing from everyday commerce. The 1939 Lincoln cent was struck at Philadelphia. No mint mark, the largest production. Denver, D mint mark, and San Francisco, S mint mark, the scarcest of the three. Any year, any mint, but the condition and color designation is what determines whether you are holding a common coin or something. Extraordinary, red, red-brown, brown. Those 3 words determine the value of every Lincoln wheat penny in existence. Brown means the original copper has darkened to a deep brown over the decades. Red-brown means partial original luster remains. And red, the designation that collectors will pay enormous premiums to acquire, means the coin still carries most of its brilliant original copper color from the day it left the mint in 1939, 1939. Lincoln wheat penny in MS-65, red condition, gem uncirculated with full, brilliant copper luster. As fresh-looking today as the day it was struck over 85 years ago, has been placed by leading numismatic experts and major auction houses in the category that the most serious Lincoln cent collectors describe as worth millions. And at the absolute pinnacle of the certified population, those extraordinarily rare 1939 Lincoln cents graded at MS-67 red or MS-68 red, representing virtually perfect examples of an 85-year-old pre-war coin that has somehow survived in essentially flawless condition. Auction specialists and numismatic experts place the potential value in the category that collectors call worth $500,000. $500,000 for a penny from 1939, from the year the world went to war, still being found in old coin folders, estate collections, and forgotten jars by people who are only now learning what they have been holding. Our first coin is from the 1980s, the 1985 Roosevelt dime. But not just any 1985. Dime, a specific variety where something went wrong during die production at the U.S. Mint and left permanent evidence on every coin that die ever struck. The 1985 Roosevelt dime doubled. Die obverse shows its primary error on the motto "In God." Wet rust on the left side of the coin. Under magnification, each letter carries a secondary impression shadow beside it from a second die pressing at a slightly different angle. The G in God and the letters of trust show the clearest separation on the strongest 1985 examples. In the finest certified condition, a confirmed 1985 Roosevelt dime doubled die has been evaluated by specialists in a category that puts it firmly on the approaching millions trajectory. A 1980s dime, 10 cents face value, worth millions to those who know exactly what In God wet trust is supposed to look like. Our second coin is from the 1990s, the 1998 Canadian 1 cent, and to understand why this coin is valuable, You need to know about a government decision made 15 years after it was minted. On February 4, 2013, the Royal Canadian Mint permanently ceased production of the 1-cent coin. Canada eliminated the penny. In a single announcement, every Canadian penny ever made, including this 1998 example, became a collectible. Because once a denomination is discontinued, the pool of available examples never grows. It only shrinks as coins are lost, melted, or destroyed. The 1998 Canadian cent is particularly interesting because it sits at a compositional transition point, existing in both zinc core and steel core varieties that the magnet test reveals. The zinc version does not attract a magnet. The steel version does. Both are collectible. And in the finest certified condition, specialists placed the 1998 Canadian cent on a trajectory that puts complete certified sets of Canadian cents from the final era firmly in the millions category. 3 coins. 3 decades. The 1985 Roosevelt dime doubled die, worth millions in top certified condition for a 10-cent error from the 80s. The 1998 Canadian cent, a discontinued denomination worth millions in complete certified sets for the finest known examples. And the 1939 Lincoln wheat penny, pre-war copper from the year the world changed, worth $500,000 in the finest red certified grades. Subscribe and hit the bell. Check your old pennies. Check your old dimes. The best find of your life might be in a coin jar you have not opened in decades. Happy hunting.